Welcome into the era of AI. Hello there and welcome in this lecture in which we're going to explore the MidJourney Describe feature. Now the MidJourney Describe feature can describe images, but without further ado, let's go and have a look at some use cases so that you can understand what I'm talking about here. So first off, we got an image of a dragon. Now it's not an actual dragon, it's a sculpture of a dragon, and it's not a real image. It must have been something generated by AI or something like that, but you can see that it is a sculpture of a dragon. Now, when you use the Describe feature inside of MidJourney, it gives you 4 prompts each time you use the Describe feature. These 4 are descriptions of the image in prompts, and they also take into consideration the original image size that you feed MidJourney. In this case, it's a 32 by 21 pixels image, or actually the width is pretty much 50% more than the height, and they've taken that into consideration. And they gave us some descriptions. So the first one is a golden dragon, its head raised high and its mouth open wide against the background, colorful space, is depicted in an ultra high definition photo style. The dragon's body exudes strength with scales that glisten like gold. The image is in the style of a Chinese artist. Okay. And so you can see that it gives us that as a description. Now, we have other prompts, other images as well that had described, but from those prompts that it has given us, we have selected one of them and clicked on it. And here is an example of what MidJourney provided us. So this is also called image to image prompting. You use an image as a prompt, and then MidJourney gives us its original its version of the image. And that's really wonderful. Notice here, we've done the same thing with an image of a lion. So we described the image of a lion, and then we got some descriptions. One is saying lion yawns, its mouth wide open, teeth visible in a side view in the style of high-resolution photography, and even the size of the image, it has also found it. And this is what we got. So from the first image, which is a Pixabay image, we got an image created using MidJourney that looks nothing like the first one. In my opinion, a lot better than it because it has an incredible sunlighting reminiscent of a jungle. The first one, on the other hand, looks like a picture that was taken in a zoo because of the background. And here we have this one, which is where things become really interesting. So we have this one of a shark, a lady and a shark. This, of course, photoshopped. But with MidJourney, you don't need Photoshop because you can actually generate an image from your own imagination. You just type in whatever you want. And so let's say, for example, you saw an image like this of this lovely lady doing yoga in the water, stopping a shark with the palms of her hands, and the shark is pausing there. If you want, you can actually take that image and you can describe it using the Describe feature, and it gives you the prompts. And guess what? Here's the result. The result is stunning. It gave us a 100% real image that looks 100% real of a lady sitting down with a shark on the right-hand side, and it looks a little bit better than the initial one. Now let's go ahead and experiment with the MidJourney Describe feature. All right, so we got all the images here in high resolution, the one of the dragon, one for the lion, and then one for the shark. So let's go and do this. So if I go to MidJourney and I hit / not imagine, describe, here you can input an image or a link of the image. The link has to be something that you have uploaded in MidJourney, but I'm going to go for image instead, okay? And then here, I'm going to go and click right here on this, and I'm going to select the images. So select image by image. Do not select multiple images at once. And here you can click to add more, but in my case, I'm just going to be content in describing this one image. You can add a link if you like, but I'm just going to enter, and what it's going to do, the MidJourney bot is thinking, and it is pretty fast, and it's going to give you all the responses. But not just that, these are prompts that you can click on by going down here. And you can, for example, if you like to generate an image using this prompt, it's a description, but it's really a prompt. So if I click in here, it's going to generate the first image. If I click the second, it's going to use the second prompt to generate an image. If I imagine them all by clicking Imagine All, it's going to process all 4 jobs. As you can see, it's processing the first one, the second, and the third, and still the fourth is on the basically in the road. And what it's going to do, it's going to give me 4 different images of this dragon based on a dragon picture. And I haven't had to write a thing. I haven't had to write a single line and is going to go ahead right now and generate high quality, top-notch images for me of dragons. And you can already clearly see that this is coming, or this is gonna be incredible, right? Right. So this stuff is just amazing. Notice that these are the first. This is the first iteration. Looks absolutely nothing like what they have provided us, or in that Pixabay picture, because these look more magnificent and amazing. I like those. And these ones are also incredible. Notice that the second one is really great. This one here is just incredible on the right, and also the one on the third side. But there are some images that you just see and you think, my goodness, this is incredible. And this one has some fire in it. It's a golden fiery dragon, and you can see how amazing this stuff looks. And this was the final one. The fourth one is also pretty magnificent. I like all of them, to be completely and utterly honest with you. But we started from an image, and we had all these descriptions. We can also do the same thing with the one of the lion. So I'm just going to have to go and click describe image, selected image. So I'll select the image of a lion. This time I'm not going to imagine them all. I'm just going to take one description and imagine it. And then we can move on to the third image. And I suggest you do the same thing. I suggest you go find some images on Pixabay of a shark, a tiger, a dragon, whatever it is it might be, and use it as a description. Now I'm going to go for the second one just like that. Here, they're showing me that I can use the remix prompt. We're going to talk about the remix prompt later. Let's leave it for another time. But I'm just going to click submit. I'm not going to edit anything here. I'm just going to submit. I don't want to edit that prompt as provided by by MidJourney. And here, I'm going to go and hit /describe again. Not imagine, because I use imagine a lot, so my subconscious kind of picked that. Now here, describe, and then finally we got the lady with the shark. And all I need to do is to hit enter, and notice what's going to happen. It's going to describe that for us, and it's going to give us a much better alternative to it. You can always generate more images, but you have to remember that you'll consume more credits. If you're like me, if you don't really care how much you spend on MidJourney, because I personally use it for benefit, quite frankly, even this course that I'm recording, I'm getting compensated for it. So I get a benefit from using MidJourney. And so for you, you have to think twice. But here, I'm just going to go ahead and go for the third one and submit. And notice the ones of the lion they're just amazing, right? They're just amazing. The exact same size as the Pixabay image. They look much better because they captured the jungle, and they look real, right? They don't look short of but anything but real, right? And especially this one and the last one. They look absolutely real. The lighting is spot on, is amazing. And you can imagine that you can make good money selling those as digital products, as assets that you can put on platforms like Pixabay. And finally, we have this one of the lady and the shark. You can quite frankly pick the one that you like best. It will give you many alternatives, but go ahead and select the one that is good. For me, I think this one, the last one, is pretty good because the shark is coming from the back and the lady seems like she's doing some yoga. And so that for me is good because it's going to attract more people to the picture. But apart from that, all of them are great. All of them are great, capturing everything that we want. And I hope that you've basically can appreciate this feature here, the describe feature. I'll see you in the next one.